I'm just going to hang out and wait for Matt Hack. He knows I'm trying to go live today. And this will give me an opportunity to talk to him in person about what we texted earlier. So I'm just chilling like a villain, waiting for somebody to come by. Baby boy Mulligan is hanging with his girl. So, all right. So, you know what? Maybe that's the thing to do tonight. It's last minute, but maybe. No, not that one. Ew, 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 ew. So, is there anybody there yet? I don't know because I'm looking for a movie. Hmm. It used to be so easy to find this movie here on YouTube, man. No, you can find its excerpts. So, it's going to have to be free with ads. We got anybody here? Oh, yo. Okay. What's going on, dude? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by real quick. I was gonna put up a message. I got the laptop working, just a bare stream today, but I got it working finally. Hallelujah! So, what are you watching? I swear, man. Sometimes I don't. I think it's not worth it to have glasses. Who that? Who that? Dwight's in the house. What's going on? How's it going, Dwight? Long time no see, man. Well, I still don't see you, but how's everything, man? I know I see you keep writing them songs, man. Keep it up, buddy. Matlock. You're watching Matlock. Is that the lady Matlock? Or Andy Matlock? The old school one. Well, I got a couple people here, so I might as well break out the guitar for a minute. See if the mic can handle it. So, we got Dwight here. Dwight, did you know? I'm selling pickups now. I don't know if you saw that. And I need some information, guys. What kind of pickups? The new one. All right, you're watching the new Matlock. What kind of pickups do you find yourselves looking for? Right? I mean, I got the metal guys covered right now, pretty good. But everybody else, I'm thinking I should pick up some Strat pick guards, loaded ones, and maybe some single coils, some bare single coils. But I don't know. And I can't afford to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got to get this right. So, burst buckers. Okay. Burst bucker pros. Those are ceramic magnet. What's the output? That's like classic output or higher output, right? I know we're probably not talking about the slash set, right? So receiver. Yeah, that's okay. Alnico 5 magnets. Okay. Yeah. I was kind of expecting to be competing with somebody at this time. All right, later. Loaded pick guards with dual rails. Okay. So the reason I asked you, Dwight, was I got these nickel silver base plates, but these are more like mid 70s. Not quite Eddie time, right before. So they're hot, but not quite Eddie hot. Probably just enough to distort a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But not quite Eddie hot. Anyway, they kind of fill a void in the lineup. But if you happen to be using, thank you, man. If you happen to be whatever you're using, what is it? Are they more like the classic output, or are they more higher output? I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be the guy that people can go to get some really good ones that are cheap. So, and if I haven't said it yet, I appreciate you coming by, because this was like last minute, and I've been having a lot of trouble lately with just getting all my shit to go live. And I'm not an idiot either, It's starting to look that way. Why is that clicking? I think that might be the wiring here. I don't know, I'm just noodling right now. So, because I didn't really have much planned for this. I just promised a couple people that I was going to go live, and I've been having trouble doing it all weekend. So it became more about just getting live, and not even really putting something together, just getting this show going. So, but I appreciate you being here, man. So I'll probably end up just hanging out for a while, and as people find me, they'll come by for a little bit. But if you ever need pickups, Dwight, and I'm thinking maybe you probably don't. All your guitars are high end, but if you ever need pickups, let me know, because I'm doing some sweet deals for people. I got hot rails. I got higher output humbuckers, Eddie style humbuckers. I got metal humbuckers with the quad rails, and I'm still rounding out the lineup. And I'm not actually like selling yet. So anyone who works with me goes through PayPal, we get a really, really good deal. Once I got to go on eBay, it changes. You know what I'm saying? I got to start charging eBay fees and that kind of shit. So you might want to consider getting yourself one of these, Dwight. It's a Squier Mini, but not anymore. I'm full size, full scale. So while I got a minute and I can do it. Let's see if I get a copyright strike today. And not like that, I won't. Don't want to blow out the mic. About something a little more classic. Oops. Oops. Didn't make the shift. Or same area. That's always fun. Makes me feel like I'm, what, it's 1983 when that came out. I was 15, maybe 16. Oops. Sounds a little too thick because I'm in E flat. Yo, what's up, Mad Hatter? Just the guy I was waiting for. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? I made it. I had to kick up the dust off the laptop and make. I had to force YouTube to recognize the laptop, but once I did, we got at least a basic live stream today. Yay! So, shit. So, how you doing, buddy? Did you get my email? I finally sent you. I sent you a reply about I think an hour ago. Dwight's still here. I love you, Dwight. Thank you for coming, guys. Appreciate it. I know this is last minute, so thanks. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, really, what Brian's acting out over there now, over at Ron's. That's just a shame. Ron's such a nice guy, man. So is Johnny. I'm not too worried about Johnny though, because Johnny's been doing this a long time. You know, if there's anybody I'm not worried about, it's Johnny. Johnny can probably smell him a mile away. So, and I guess he does, according to your email. So just here, I'm just chilling here, playing the mini max. Oops. Anyway, that's all I ever learned of that. No, the other live stream were on Monday. Oh, are you talking about my burly bro with the beard and the green tees at SBHE? So we don't mention names? Or okay. Yeah, huh? That's a shame. Ubi's a nice guy. All right, so Man, Harry, did you check out your email yet? Because if you didn't, it's okay. We could talk about it here. So, I don't understand why they all hate on other YouTubers. I don't know. Insecurity about the way you do your own thing versus the way somebody else is doing it and having their success. Maybe. I only mention that because sometimes it gets to me when I watch somebody pass me, you know. But I don't say anything or do anything about it because I know exactly what I know exactly what's keeping me back, and I'm okay with admitting that to myself. Some people aren't, though, you know. So I don't. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. So to change subjects now and talk about what you were talking about in the email. As I understand what you were saying in the email, you wanted to know if you could do the review of the Festly, with the hot rail in place, and then take it out and send it to Baby Boy Mulligan. Well, from the beginning, I'd always wanted that pickup to go in that guitar for the giveaway. So that would always, not to be an ass, but just that's my plan with that. So I would have to say no to that. But you can review it, you do whatever you want with it, and as long as it ends up in the guitar and it's sent to Baby Boy Mulligan, because what he's actually going to do is he's actually going to put a quad rail on the bridge, right? So what we decided, it's my guitar, so I guess what I decided, as long as he didn't have plans, because I gave him dibs because he's putting a pickup in the guitar. I gave him dibs to keep the bridge pickup because it's actually a pretty good pickup. He said, no, he don't need it. He's got plenty. So if you want, when you're done with it, okay, cool. So if you want, when you're done with the guitar, you can take the bridge pickup out that's in there, and you can keep that. Baby Boy Mulligan has no use for it, so you can have that as part of a project. All right, now. Yeah, let's just leave it at that, right? So, yeah, so you could always take that bridge pickup out because that's actually an Alnico 5 magnet pickup that's wound to 12.5K. So even though it's only got slugs and doesn't have adjustable pull pieces, it's a good pickup. So you should be able to have some fun with that. About you taking that pickup out? Yeah, I checked with Baby Boy Mulligan. He said no problem. So, because he's got that bridge pickup, he's happy that he has no use for it, and so you can have that, and you can keep the neck pickup that comes out as well. So, and that should be a decent pickup too. I think that's wound to about 7K, 7.5K, and it's got an Alnico 5 magnet in there as well. So, it's a pretty good neck pickup. All right. Tune up the guitar, do some sound samples. Well, yeah, as part of the review, if you want to do some sound samples and jam on it, just jam on it. You know how to play a little bit, just jam on it and give an honest opinion. That's all. I don't want you to lie for me. You know what I mean? It's either a good pickup or it's not. And if it's not, I'd rather know. And do something to remedy that situation before it gets into the hands of someone who's going to win it. So just do an honest review of the pickup, and then the Zebra pickups I gave you, those are yours. Do with them what you want. All right, and I hope you do a good review on those as well, because I got a few of those I got to sell. Yeah, no lying. I don't want you to blow smoke up my ass. I'm trying to do something so that people don't need to do that. So, you know, And I think the pickups are going to speak for themselves because I learned enough about those pickups and that company before I pulled the trigger on them. So you're going to love that. Baby Boy Mulligan loved the one I sent him. And this is pretty much the same thing. All right. And don't rush. Take your time. You got a problem. You know, take your time. You know, paint takes time. So don't rush. Better to get it right than get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be sending something to Ron in about another week or so anyway. So hopefully some of this is going to overlap, but not interrupt each other, you know? And then I got to start thinking about the next one. So, and if you could send me some of the footage or you know, as much of the raw footage as you want to share with me so that I could use some of it in a video as I document this as well, that would be great. All right, because I'm going to make 1 or 2 videos about the progress for my channel to hopefully get more attention to this as it goes. Yeah, it should be. It's a 4-wire. Baby Boy Mulligan did say that if whatever you do with the wiring job, if you could keep the coil split, keep the coil split wire separate from everything you actually solder up, right? Because I don't think you actually have to solder that because he's going to add some coil split switches to the guitar too. All right, so he's going to need those free so that he can just drop them in on. He could just put those wires on the switches. Okay, so yeah, so you just have to and just make me give me some access on your Google Drive or something so I can download those real quick, or post everything to you. If nothing else, you can post everything to YouTube and make it unlisted, and I can download from there because I can find a way to download it from there. That's not a problem, right? You could even just upload the raw video to YouTube and keep it unlisted and never use it that way, if nothing else, and I can download it. Yeah, whatever's going to be easy for you, right? Because I know you're going to be taking pickups out after the fact too. So, you know, you don't need to hardwire everything and then unwire everything and then rewire everything. You know what I mean? So, but the guitar has been sitting a little while, but it should be a fun guitar to play around with. All right. If it's got a little bit of buzzing in it, you know, you're the guy in the middle. You're going to be sending it off to Baby Boy Mulligan. He's going to make sure it's perfect. So you can go ahead and mention any flaws that are still there. Don't feel like you have to hide anything. Okay. It's a build in progress. It's probably better that you mention things and say, well, I think that this is going to be fixed on the next step. Baby Boy Mulligan's going to take care of this. You know what I'm saying? And then if there's anything that he needs that he doesn't want to take care of himself, he can contact me and we'll figure out what to do next. Or maybe I'll just be sending him parts. Maybe I'll have to get it back and do some work here. Who knows? But yeah, that was the gist of the email that I sent you. So, and I know you sent it earlier today and you even asked in the middle of it, hey, I hope you get this back to me sooner rather than later, brother. But I get so distracted sometimes. I'm sorry. The problem is I have a lot to do because of the channel, and I have ADHD, and I have a job. So I'm good for about 15 minutes of work, and then I gotta be distracted for a little while. And that can end up being a lot longer than 15 minutes. And it sucks. But it is what it is. So, all right. So I was asking Dwight before you got here, what kind of pickups are you looking for in the future? I'm thinking about picking up single coils, but very specific single coils. I'm thinking about picking up inexpensive, and I mean like dirt cheap ones that are a good option. They kind of like, even though they're dirt cheap, they're capable of being good replacement pickups in a pinch. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to pick up better things, very specific things. Sets with Alnico 3 magnets and form bar wires. Oh, excuse me. The dual rail single coil pickup, so I can put it in the bridge position of my Tele SB. Well, I'll be honest with you. Can I be totally honest with you, Malachi? The Mad Hatter, the pickup that's in there, that's a hot rail already, right? That's 13K already. And I believe that's an Alnico 5 magnet. That's a really good pickup. You might not want to change that. You know, I mean, it's your guitar. You do what you want to do. But I think if you do something like that, it's going to kind of be a sideways upgrade unless you go back to classic Tele or go even hotter, right? Because the popular hot rails are between 9 and 13K usually. So you'll be right in that zone where this pickup already is. Run a test. Okay, because it is entirely possible that they underwound the pickups. You know, these are factory-made pickups. But as I understand it, Torsten had a set made in Brooklyn, and they tested like 5 sets, and they came up with this set. Then they sent the set to the factory and told them to make these. So it's supposed to be a really good pickup. All right. So yeah, and as a Tele hot rail, wherever you go to find them, they're going to be expensive. And the only way I could save you any money is if I bought 10 of them. And I don't know that I got people in my viewership who are going to buy those, because a lot of them are Tees Guitars players already, and they already have those pickups. So yeah, all right, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere for a little while. I'm trying to make up a little time here, try and start making this a habit. So hopefully every Monday and every Saturday, I'll be doing this. I just got to find time to play around with the available services, and get one of them right, and then I can get everything kind of stable, and I can get regular. All right. I can't do it on my PC because I paid $2,000 for this fucking PC, and the Wi-Fi drops out all the fucking time. And nothing else in the house drops. This drops all the fucking time. So I can't do it on that. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I think so too. But Mad Hatter's saying that he's thinking about doing an upgrade. So he hasn't been impressed. But it's up to this moment, we've been thinking maybe he's just got an underwound one. So what was the verdict, Mad Hatter? What are you getting? It was my pick. I'm probably never see that again. I'm kidding. Oh, sorry, Mad Hatter. I didn't realize you weren't done yet. I thought you were already back from doing it. It felt kind of fast. Sorry. So Jeff, man, how you doing? You need pickups? Or what are your needs for pickups? Let me put it to you that way, because I'm going to start selling pickups. I've got a bunch right now, about 60 that I purchased. I got more coming. And I'm trying to make sure that I have what people need. I don't want to buy things that are just going to sit in my store, especially not at the beginning. So if you have any particular needs or things that you know that you usually go for, um, I would appreciate the help. I appreciate the input. So it's kind of what I thought. Right? Yeah, the one in my red SBHE is a little just over 13. I think it's about 13.3. The one in my green SBHE, the lime green one, that's 15. They overwhelmed that one. So yeah, so you don't really need that hot rail. I'll tell you what you do though, Mad Hatter. Directly under the spot between the two knobs, right in the middle there, that exact spot is where you'll find the two wires that need to be connected to a switch to add the coil split if you don't already have it. So if you don't already have the coil split on your guitar, you can just drill a hole, add a 5-cent switch inside of that bad boy up, and you'll have the coil split capability of the current version of the guitar. Yeah, please do, Jeff, because until I get my eBay store up and running, I'm only going to be selling through YouTube to people who know me and people who contact me through my email and work with me through PayPal. And the pickups, I'm getting sets that I know are really, really good for that I'm selling for as low as I think like a full set of humbuckers, two humbuckers, 15.5, and another one, the neck is 7.5, 8K. They're going for $20 plus shipping, so $25 shipped to your door as a set. So, and I got others like that too. Individual pickups I got in the same kind of vein. Those are a little, because they're individual pickups. When I buy them like that, they got to be a little more. They end up costing more. Okay, so all right, so yes, yeah, that makes sense. The 59, that makes sense because that's going to be a version, a mini version of the bridge humbucker at 8.3, 8.5, right? So in 59, that's about how hot those were. So that makes sense. Yeah, Jeff, do it. You got to do it, buddy. Absolutely. It's a 10-cent switch. If you know how to solder, it's like next to nothing. You drill one hole and it's right there. Literally. Just take the plate off and you'll see the wires are right there. All right. I got that information directly from Torsten, and he's done that on several guitars. I'm trying, Jeff. I'm trying to find like the best combination of the best Asian makers and the best up and coming Asian makers, the ones who are hitting it out of the park, but because they don't have that recognition yet, they're having to undercut everybody else. So, and I'm starting to find the good ones. I found one screwball already, and I got rid of him in a hurry. Managed to save myself on that one. But so far, everything I found is from good quality makers. I even just found quad rails. You need a quad rail? I already have a couple on hand for that are 18K that I got to sell individually for about, I think I said I was going to sell the 18K ones for about $20. It might have been $25 plus. Yeah, I think it was 25 plus shipping, so $30 for a pickup at 18K. 3 magnets. It's wound to 18K. This thing, you could use this to hold down. You can use it as a paperweight. Let's put it that way. And I just found a bunch that I ordered that are even hotter than that. And they're going to be about $30 a piece as well. Tim Rock. Tim Rock was here. He had to go. He might be back in a bit because well, how far along are we right now? 40 minutes in, not bad. So so Mad Hatter, you have the guitar for the next build already, right? Jeff, I don't know if you know, but Mad Hatter is taking part in the next Guitar Mafia build. He's got the guitar. He's going to be doing an insane paint job on this guitar, and I'm thinking he's going to surprise me. And when we're done with this guitar, it's going to be insane. It's going to have basically it's going to have the pickups. It's going to have pickups in it that I'm selling. Right, Babyboy Mulligan's got one that he purchased on his own. He managed to find the same guy, and he's putting that in the bridge. And I'm putting a hot rail in the well. Mad Hatter is putting one of my hot rails in the neck. So we're gonna have 18K in the bridge. It's gonna have a 7.5K single coil in the middle, and 12.5, 13 in the neck, and it's gonna have 2 coil splits. Yeah. I started about 42 minutes ago, Mad Hatter. So it was close to 9 o'clock, a little after 9. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do with it, man. Without saying too much, are we doing the? Are you? Because I know the pattern that you're talking about doing. So I'm just gonna ask: are you doing the classic colors, or are you gonna do something different? Yeah, you missed a few minutes, not much. So after you respond to what I just said, I got something else I want to talk about too, because I got an idea for the next couple of giveaways. So actually, I got a few ideas for a few giveaways. So okay, so it's kind of the classic, right? But the guitar's already black. Well, maybe not. You do your thing. You do your thing. Okay, the guitar's going to look sick either way. So that's going to be a very cool paint job. I look forward to seeing it. I can't wait to see it. You know, the biggest problem for me, I give away the guitars, and I don't get to play them when they're done. That's like the biggest torture for me, man. You know? Oops. Almost had that. Yeah. But you know what? I don't have all the skills to do all this stuff, so that's kind of like my fault, right? That's how I kind of look at it. And that's why soon, real soon, I'm going to start learning to solder, and I'm going to do it live. As soon as I get this live issue fixed, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to try and wire up a whole fucking wiring harness, a whole pick guard live. And hopefully, hope to God I'm going to be able to get it right. So. That's a good setup, Jeff. That's the kind of thing I like. I don't like it too hot in the neck because I feel like as a guitar player, if I ever play out, my guitar needs to be able to get some classic tones. And there are a lot of players who love that classic neck tone, right? Slash uses it all the time on his solos, right? So you got to have that, and then because you got to be a modern player, you need something that can really like push the amplifier in the bridge. So Like my Harley Benton's got 17 in the bridge. It's basically got a JB set, but it's not. It's a Chinese made set that is exactly the same as a JB set. Got to do the demo when they're done. Well, Mad Hatter, maybe one day we'll do one for me. Maybe we'll do one that makes the rounds while another one's going around, and they get done together or something, and one comes back to me. I would love that. I would love that. But I could if I could learn to solder, then I could just as much just do the whole thing myself. Build myself my dream guitar. I've got a lot of ideas. As you can see, I'm usually thinking creatively. So, but you got to do the demo when they're done. I know, right? I should be doing the demos when they're done. Right? It should be I should get the final review, right? And then I should send it off to Fretnot. But by the time it would get back to me, and then I got to send it again. That's, that's like $150 in shipping, by the time it comes back, or by the time it gets to Fretnot, pretty sure. So that's right. You got to have the clean and you got to have the nasty. Well, I'm going to be modifying a couple of these for myself. I've got one of these 18K hot rails put aside already for myself. I'm going to put one aside for myself, the 22Ks. I'm also going to be putting aside a couple of pickups for other projects that I'm going to end up keeping. And a couple of them I'm going to give away. Like, I have the Lorien Acklot over here that I have to do. I'm going to eventually get to building that. And when I do, I'm going to hit up Acklot for some cool shit. And I'm going to keep that guitar. And that guitar is going to be awesome. And then I'm going to take my my Inyenvina, my IYV, and I'm going to upgrade that a little bit. And I'm going to give that away. Because the whole point of me having one of these two guitars is to have a Les Paul that's 25.5-inch scale that's got a tremolo. And I'm going to be putting a tremolo on the Lorien. Right? I'm putting I've already got it picked out, and I just can't wait to get it. John, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? It's good to see you. It's been a while, and I guess that's my fault, right? Because I haven't been live, but I'm glad to see you, man. We're talking guitars today, man, and pickups. Because I don't know if you know yet, I am selling pickups. I got a bunch so far. So. And you know what? Let me take this guitar off my neck and show you guys a little bit of what I got. God, I'm telling you guys, this guitar is such an awesome thing to have around the house. I swear to God. Best thing I did was do this build with you guys. Actually, you know what, Mad Hatter? This is kind of like a Guitar Mafia build, right? Because it was never meant to be a Guitar Mafia build. It was meant to be a build I did on myself, and I was supposed to actually get a little help doing the wiring job. I was supposed to do a little bit of it on my own. That was in my head. But disaster happened, and Baby Boy Mulligan, as great as he is, he decided he wanted to help out a lot. So he helped out a lot and basically finished the whole guitar. And then we got Johnny 3-Bar put in a little bit of something extra in this guitar too. So that's basically a Guitar Mafia build right there, right? And this guitar is absolutely awesome. If you guys could play this, you would shit yourself as to how good it is. You really would. It's because this neck this is a wizard neck. It's got a wizard neck profile, 22 frets, ebony fretboard, 13K output in the pickup, coil split, and it's got Johnny 3-Bar's little attenuator, the treble bleed attenuator, which I can make this guitar do just about anything now. All I got to do is take the pickguard off and turn a screw and play around with it for a little while like that, and I'll get some sick tones. So I guess I already do have that guitar, right? And I got some Geiger parts on there. Those tuners are awesome, guys. If you have any Geiger parts, if you have any tuners, go get the ones from Geiger, because I'm telling you, the $35 ones, that's the ones that are on here, they're ridiculously good. Okay, they do go a little bit out of tune forward when you're sitting there with the guitar, just letting it hang out. You're not playing it. It will go a little bit sharp, but it's like uniform. You pick up the guitar and you can play it. Where did I put those pickups? Oh, here we go. The whole bag. All right. And these are the latest additions to anyone who didn't see these earlier. Okay. These are my Spirit of 73s, right? Let's see. Okay. These come in at right around 12. The bridge being like 12.3 and the neck being right around 12. All right. I tested all 5 sets. They're all the same that way. These are like during the 50s when they first came out with these, they were winding these pickups by hand, right? They never got the outputs the same. And over time, the outputs got harder and harder, a little at a time. By the early 70s, they were going up to 10, 11, even into 12K regularly before Eddie even got his hands on some. This is what gave Larry DiMarzo the idea to wind them hot in the first place. So these emulate those, okay? They're not quite Eddie's, right? They're precursors to that. So if you're looking for something that's got a lot of output that you can get to push your amp a little bit when you play hard, but you don't have to worry so much about them breaking up if you don't want them to, this is a good set. You got the Alnico, you got the nickel silver base plates. These are ceramic magnets, like a lot of Gibsons were at the time. So they're good representations. Dude, that's going to be awesome. Let me catch up here. It's kind of like a Guitar Mafia collaboration between me, Johnny Barr, and maybe, it kind of was. So the Magic Bean, Mad Hatter. You get yourself one. Do you have one? If you don't, get in touch with him. They're not expensive. For the price of an envelope, him mailing you an envelope, basically, he could send you a few. I think. I don't think they're that expensive. I think it's like he sent me 3 and he didn't charge me anything. He just sent them willingly. I didn't ask. But I think, they can't be that expensive, right? They're tiny. So he should be able to send you 1 or 2 of them for, it's got to be less than $10, maybe $5. I don't really know. But if you can get your hands on one, it's well worth it. It can actually give a guitar a whole new voice. So, Jeff, they are awesome tuners, man. And I don't know if you saw, but I actually have a locking tremolo that's a 6-screw tremolo, a standard Strat tremolo. Where's that guitar? Here it is. Did you see the video? You should have seen the video already. I just posted it a couple of days ago. Got one with a pedal kit I bought from him. Got him. Okay, cool. Have you used it yet, John? John says he got one with a pedal kit that he bought from Johnny, 3-bar. Wiring harness system that Johnny built for me. 90s Astros that I painted. Right. Okay. You got it in there. You got it in the Green Bay Packers guitar, right? So then you get it, right? So yeah. Listen, as guitar players, a guy like Johnny Three Bar, he don't come along that often, and he can be the difference between making somebody sound great and somebody sounding like everybody else. I think what he's been doing with the treble bleed switch is a bit of a game changer because you can just add that, and it not only makes your tone sound clear as you dial it down, but you can voice it however you want. So you can make the guitar so much more useful. You go from 10 to 9, nobody notices the difference except the tone changes. Yeah, one of your Strat to put it. That would be a good option, bro. That would really be a good option. You'd really notice this. Yeah, you could play around. Absolutely. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But here, I was talking about the locking tremolo, right? Take a look at that. See the black dots? Each one of those is a lock. And it just, all it does is when you put strings on, you loosen those to take off the strings. And then you make sure the string goes underneath each one when you put the strings on. And then you lock them down. And that's it. It's the same tremolo system you've had for your entire life. It just with a little screw in the top that holds the string in place. It's so simple, it's brilliant. All right. Uh oh, John. What, the tremolo? You talking about Man Hattie, you talking about this for the Super Strat? You can make the radius whatever you want, right? You set up the radius, all right? Because you got to do that as part of the setup. Well, John, just so you know, right now they're having a clearance sale, and there's a version of this tremolo that it just doesn't have this big piece here with the name here. It's just got a little thing here for the name Geiger. Instead, it looks more like a more simple version of a six screw tremolo, but it's still got these, and they're selling it for $70. So I don't know how bad that tempts you, but um, yeah, this is a great option. I don't think that you're going to see these forever either, man, because I think they're going to go under the radar a little bit, and that's a shame because it's a bit of a game changer. It really is. It really is. It makes things a lot easier. I mean, with this and these tuners now, I can beat the shit out of this guitar all day, and it stays in tune. Right. The only thing I got to worry about is a little bit of that tuning drift that happens when the guitar sits. The Acklot is about a 12-inch radius. The fretboard. This is not about being a shredder, right? But this is, yeah, it's a little on the flat side, so it's definitely got to be about a 12, right? That's a pretty common thing with a lot of these Chinese guitars. That's a pretty standard radius. So, yeah, and that came out great. And the Strat I can't buy. Right. Well, you post videos regularly on your channel, right? So why don't you hit up Geiger and see what they would be willing to do with you? Because they have programs, right? I didn't pay for that. And I didn't pay for those. And I didn't pay for these either. All I had to do was when I made the video, I hang out at their group on Facebook for a couple minutes, and I post a link and a little story about the project, and that's it. And they sent me $200 worth of stuff. Yeah, I'll do that. No problem. You have a fat block trem system and can't use it because it doesn't fit the radius of your Jackson's Rover Superstrat. Wow, John, that's a bit of a problem then. Maybe what you need to do is find a loophole. And it sounds like you already know what that loophole is. Just buy the guitars as parts. Right? Actually, buy a kit. It's just a box of parts, right? Yeah. Mad Hatter, I'm not entirely sure I follow what you're having the trouble with the fat block trem system that you can't get to use because it doesn't fit the radius of the Jackson. And I'm only having an issue because the tremolos, you adjust the radius as you adjust the height of the saddles, right? Unless it's a tremolo that doesn't have adjustable saddles, and that's usually ones that go on Les Paul style guitars. Is it a Les Paul style guitar? Okay, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jeff, for stopping by. All right, man. Have a good night, man. You take care. So, yeah, what time are we at anyway here today? We're at 10:30. It's getting late, huh? All right. We'll go to about 11, man. We'll hang out. So, okay. Well, that's a reasonable goal, right? 1,000 to 2,500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. Okay. That's actually not a bad goal. You want to know how I would? Well, here's one way you could do that. You can do reaction videos of a particular guitar player. Okay, this particular guitar player I did reactions for, and I regularly got 50,000 views on my reactions, almost from day one. So, and doing reactions can be pretty easy. You don't have to do too much editing or anything like that. But if you were to do these reactions and you did one a day for, I'm going to say 2 weeks, not even, probably 2 weeks is more than enough. But I did it for more than a month. Okay. And in a month, I got 9,000 subscribers. Okay. So if you want to just get the numbers, then that's a way to do it. Okay. Every day, one video reaction for this guy named Alip Bata. He plays guitar. He just does covers. And he's really, really good. And he's got a unique style. So it's kind of cool to watch him because he's in Indonesia. And so a lot of what he does on the guitar is influenced by instruments that are native to Indonesia. So that would probably get you everything you need in a month. Okay. If you wanted, but from there, you might want to continue to do guitar related content fairly regularly for a little while, just to make sure that you don't get squashed backed up by YouTube, because sometimes you'll get monetized and then you'll end up changing your strategy a little bit, and then suddenly you're not getting enough views to stay monetized. Once you've been monetized for a little while, that's not an issue anymore. I think after a while, YouTube just leaves you alone. So, but if you did that with the reactions for about like 2 weeks, and then for another 2 weeks, did guitar related content every day, just even shorts, you'd be good. Dude, that's perfect. Dude, here's a suggestion. Do a bunch, record them all, okay? And save them. Don't start posting them until you have a bunch. And then post them all at once, right? But post them so they come out one a day. And do it so you have like 14, 15, or hell, a whole month, 30 days. If you can do that, the algorithm should notice you and you should start getting more views. And hopefully, it's enough content to get you where you got to go. I know that'll work if you do that with the guy I suggested. But doing something like that could work too. You just got to do it consistently and daily. All right. So that would be great. 20 songs. Sit down over a couple of days and record yourself playing those songs, and then just edit those videos. Boom, 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 and post them. Yeah. That would be helpful. You don't have to do it forever. I mean, some people do. I mean, that's the big guys here on YouTube. They do whatever they do every day, right? Johnny Bean, he's live multiple times a day, every day, right? So YouTube rewards consistency, and fanaticism. So do it for a little while if you want the channel to grow, and you'll get to a point where they'll start looking for you, and you can start getting some stuff for free, and that's what you want. And I'll be honest with you, man. Because of the way you speak, you're a bit of a character. You would probably do really well here on YouTube, right? If you did a podcast or something with somebody else, if you got something together. So, I feel like that too, man. Emotionally and physically, I feel like that too. That's right. You got the bad back, right? How you doing with that? You all right? Jeff, you still here, man? Just wondering, that's all. We got 8 people here, 5 likes. Thank you, guys. If you're hanging out, man, drop a hi. Say hello. I'd like to know who's here. So since there's a few people here, and I'm now a pickup salesman, I'll show you guys a few of the pickups that I'm going to be selling. I've got stuff coming that's really sweet. I got some hot rails coming that are so awesome. Guys, these are going to be the ones. These are as good as the ones I've got are, and they are good. I promise you, they're really good. The ones I got coming in, these are going to be next level. 14K Alnico 5 magnets, where the ones I have now are 13K with ceramic magnets, which are great for metal. This is going to be more of a good, loud, all-purpose one as well. I could do metal, I could do anything. And I got 5 or 6 of those coming. All right. So let's see. A lot of the stuff's wrapped up. So let's see what I got that's unwrapped here. All right. Okay, here. Who needs a set of active pickups? All right. I bought these, okay? I bought one set. It's actually supposed to be 2 sets. Someone stole them out of the box on their way here from China. So I got one set, and I got a good deal on these. So somebody can buy these from me, and this is going to be almost the exact equivalent of an 81, 85 set of EMGs. Okay? And I'm selling these for $30 shipped. You got everything in here except for the potentiometers, because you need to get the 25K potentiometers. All right? And it's a plug and play set basically until you get to the potentiometers. So you can buy a $200 set, or you can buy this set for $30. All right. That's good to know, Mad Hatter. I'm glad you're at least as well as you can be, right? Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. All right. Here's a set. All right. I was looking for the sets I use for shoots because they're out of their wrapping. These are awesome. What do we got? Yeah. Yeah. They're a great deal. They're a great deal. You're looking for a good metal. You want to make good metal tones? These make good metal tones. I had them in another guitar. I purchased them from Guitar Fetish, right? And the set, after they shipped them to me and everything, because they rip you off for shipping, I paid $80 for everything, and it was worth it then because it was less than the $200 for a set of EMGs. But now I got them, and I can get them for you for $30. So that's an insane deal. These are absolutely awesome, guys. These are white. I got some in black. They're black with the black hex. They're 15K bridge, 7.5K neck. And you can tell that they're quality as soon as you look at what's going on underneath, right? The metal on the plate is clean. It's not rough. It's not dirty. And there's nothing shoddy about it. So this is good nickel silver, right? It's not cheap shit. And then you got the brass screws in there, okay? Because why? Because brass is it's magnetic and it does all the different metals that are used with pickups. They affect the frequency range of the pickup differently. So this is all calculated. You know what I'm saying? Not just thrown together. And these are put together well. They're a good looking set. You look at these and you just say that these are really good looking. Okay. So, and these are $25 for the set shipped to your door. All right. I'm telling you guys, I have a hard time getting rid of these because I have a hard time getting rid of these because I look at them and I just get so excited about them because I like them. I know what these are, you know. But then I would need to have another 60 guitars, so I can't do that. So I got to get rid of these. So yeah, these are the equivalent of like a $120 set, $140 set from DiMarzio, and you're getting them for $25 shipped. Okay, and it's a versatile set because you can get all the heat you want all day in the bridge, and you have all the cool tones like we were discussing earlier in the neck, right? La 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 la. Oh, somebody already has these, right? Invader zebras. Real invaders are made and sold. They're sold for about $200 a set now. I think I saw some on eBay for $240. Right? These are made in the same spirit as those. There's one difference. Instead of using 3 magnets on the back, 3 small magnets on the back, these use 1 extra large one. Okay? So they have the same kind of output with 1 magnet as the other one gets with 3. Right? And aside from that, the only other difference you're going to see, depending on who's making them, is the material on the back, right? It just so happens that the way these are made, they're supposed to have these. They're perfectly fine, right? They work with these. They work with the nickel silver. So these are going to sound awesome in anybody's guitar. And these are also right around $25 a set shipped. Okay. So if anybody needs pickups all you got to do is hit me up at my email, rjscave@gmail.com, and be willing to work with me through PayPal for friends and family so that there's no additional fees. But if you need to do that, if you feel the need to use the professional option, there are fees. You'll be paying for them, and they'll be deducted if I have to take the pickups back, right? If I got to give you a refund, the refund will reflect that fee as well, because it's going to go both ways. Okay, so, but I'm a nice guy. I'm an honest guy. I'm trying to make a good business here, so I'm not trying to screw anybody. If you got a problem, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna deal with it. Okay, because that's what you do. So, it, so by all means, work with me through PayPal, friends and family. Okay. I have these with this invaders. I have these in black and zebra. I got one set in white, and they actually sent me a set without 4-wire. They were 2-wire. I bitched them about that. They were like, "Oh, so sorry," and they took care of me. So those are going to go into a build. They're going to be perfectly fine for a build. They still sound the same as these. They just don't have the flexibility that these have. So they're going to go in a giveaway guitar. I already know what guitar they're going in. But if you want them, I got them in the zebra and I got them in the black. Now these are special. Yeah. Okay. These are for the guy who wants to make sure that his Strat is quiet, but it still sounds more or less like a Strat. Okay. All right. These are inspired by the Seymour Duncans that we know. Okay. The minis, but they are not meant to be like those, right? Those are representations of specific sets of pickups in mini form, and they're always going for a specific thing. These come in at 9K. When you split this, it comes in at 4.5. So what you end up with here is you end up with a pickup that's only a little bit louder than your loudest single coils, Strat style single coils, has a little less high end than a single coil, but still maintains most, if not all, of that single coil tone, right? Without the noise. Okay. These are one of the earliest attempts at making noiseless single coils, and that's what these kind of emulate. Okay. Now, you can get them at 6K, 7K, and then you don't split them, right? Even if they have 4-wire, you buy them at 6, 7K, and you don't split them, and then they're kind of like the straight up single coil replacements, right? Go a little harder, and you get a little more oomph when you need it without getting dirty at all, just a little bit louder. And you can get into that Stratocaster style tonal range. It'll be a little bit thinner on the thinner side because the coil is a lot thinner, right? But it should be more or less in that Strat style range. So you should still be able to get a solid single coil sound out of it. Okay. So this is the kind of versatility you get out of these. All right. These aren't cheap. I have to get $20 a piece for these plus shipping. Right. I think I said in the last video 18 plus. That would make them 23 all in. But 3 of these gives you a really cool sounding guitar, a bit unique, a bit familiar, and dead quiet all the time. These are very cool. I can't wait for you to do that either. I don't mean to torture you, John. I don't mean to torture you, but well, John, let me ask you, how many do you make? You make. I am right in remembering that you do make videos regularly, right? Because if you do, I'd be willing to send you something maybe to review. I've already got a few out for review. So there are only a few things I'd be willing to send out because some of it's been met. Okay. It was just a thought, right? If you're not a regular YouTube maker, creator, then we can always figure out something else down the road. You know what I'm saying? There's other opportunities will come. But these are still pretty cheap. It's $20, man. It's a burger and fries. You know what I mean? $23 to your door. So not bad. And I have them in black too. So I have the white and I have, I think, 3 in black. I have 6 white and 3 in black. All right. And yeah, these are more invaders. These are the black ones. All right. This is a hot rail. Okay, this is the one I sent to Mad Hatter. This is going in the Fesley. All right, guys, if you want to win a guitar, I swear to God, you got to get the fret knot and get into this one. All right, because this guitar, it started out life as a $140 guitar. Okay, that cut way above its weight. Right. It started out life as a guitar that was supposed to be a bit of a super strat in disguise. 12.5K across the board. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. 12.5K at the bridge and 7K in the neck and the middle, right? Now it's going to be an actual animal, okay? Baby Boy Mulligan is, first let me tell you what Mad Hatter's doing. Mad Hatter is EVHing the hell out of this. He's got his own color scheme plan and all this stuff, and I'm trying to keep some secrets here, but custom paint job is coming for that guitar that's going to make it like very unique and something anybody's going to love to have in there, hanging on their wall, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, I didn't just give him a guitar. I gave him one of these and asked him to put it in the neck. All right. Right. This is ceramic, so it's bright, but it shouldn't be shrill because it's wound as high as it's wound. I know that doesn't necessarily make sense, but it does. 13K. These are 13K, and putting one of the Mad Hatter's putting one of these in the neck for me, and then he's going to review the neck pickup, and he's also going to do a review of the Zebra Invaders. So you might want to check out his channel soon. But once he's done with the guitar, he's taking the bridge pickup out. And then he's the full Tease Guitars treatment. And then he's going to be putting in a quad rail in the bridge. All right, screw this. This is falling apart. An 18K quad rail. And 2 coil splits. So the guitar is going to be an absolute animal. Right? And if you want to win, if you want to win a guitar, this is going to be the one to win. I know they give away a lot of really good guitars over at Fretnot, but they don't give away a guitar like this. They don't. John, they're a good deal. I could actually bag them up right now. And you'd have to do all the wiring up of that on that end. But I know that these are good, right? And if they're not, let me know, and we'll work out something. You know, you can keep them, and I'll send you something else or something like that. Well, I could put it in the box right now and have it ready to go. I can even probably ship it out tomorrow on my way to work. Well, I'll tell you what, John, if you decide you want them, just hit me up, rjscave@gmail.com. Let me know. And then you can always head on over, use that that same email at PayPal and drop the $30 in there. Yeah. Email is RJ's Cave, no apostrophe, RJSCAVE, RJ's Cave at gmail.com. And oh, I'll put them in here now, man. There you go, man. They're just waiting for you. I'll tape them up. I'll put your address on them, and I'll have them. Yeah, I'll put them in. I live like 4 blocks from the post office, so I'll drop them in the post office. I already know what they're going to cost me. They're going to cost me about $8, right? So they're all yours. Consider them yours. Sold. And thank you. You're actually the first official sale. If we do this, I assume. So, John, yeah, $30. $30. That'll cover the shipping and everything, and my cost, and put about $5 in my pocket. Right. So, and yeah, try them out. And if there's an issue, it would actually be helping me out in that regard too, because I would find out that these are probably not what I was told. Right. But I did my homework. These should be the right ones. You know, it takes a lot of backtracking to be sure. But I got more. Hold on. Those are those. All right. What about a bridge pickup? Who wants an awesome bridge pickup? Lots of white hex sets in here. These are the black ones. This is the black hex. So, yeah, let me know when you send the email, since we're still here, and I'll check it, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah, I know. It's been a while. I move slow sometimes, and that really is to my detriment. I get the idea in my head, and I know it's a good idea, and I get worried. I do what a lot of people do. I try to talk myself out of doing good things. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a lot of positivity in my life growing up, so it takes me a while. As smart as I am, as much as I know, it takes me a while. These are the black hex that I have. Same company. These are the same pickups. And they're so badass. They even went so far as to take the screws that go in the back of the pickup. Okay, these little legs. That's really all they are. And just turn them black. Because you know why they don't have to be there. They keep them there because it adds the mass. And more mass means more output. Right? But a lot of companies, they don't leave them. They take them out. They don't include them, or they turn them around and add it for the height. They use these to make pickup higher. Right? So, but this is a great company. This is one of those companies that's coming in under the radar and doing great things. So if you're looking for a set of these, you're only going to pay $20 for the set plus $5 for shipping, and they're great. I want to keep every single set of these. Every time I open the pack, I want to keep, and that's not bullshit, guys. Oh, there it is. I should check that. That might actually be Baby Boy Mulligan. So I got to start packing these together. I got to start editing soon. What time we at here? We're over 11 o'clock, aren't we? Okay. So guys, for the future, consider what kind of pickups you would like to see in the store. things that you would definitely want to buy. What you might not need now, but you know that, you know what, if I'm going to need pickups, this is what I'm going to get. This is what I'm going to want. All right. This way I have an idea of what people really will look for. Okay. And the goal is, 2, 3, 4 of something at a time in the beginning, so that I can, and then keep recycling and recycling the money until I get more and more stuff. Right. Let me know what you think about pick guards, loaded pick guards, empty pick guards, single coil pickups, what you like to see, all that stuff. Okay. Because, yeah, I need this to work. I'm gonna, as I get to older and older, I need to be able to make money from my house, preferably from my chair. So that's true, right? Because we've been talking about this for a while. I've been thinking about this for a bit, and over time you decide, these things, and after a while things start making sense, right? Eventually you start putting 2 and 2 together, and things start adding up, and you say, okay, I'm not going to drown if I try, so let me try. And yeah, I have been able to find out fairly quickly some good players. Not all of them. A couple of them got by me. I did get some pickups which are good, but they weren't exactly what I was expecting. So I know to watch out for this guy in the future, but I know he's got good deals on pickups too. So I have to be careful about playing with him. Others, I just know that they're good and they do good work. I've got pickups. Yeah, sometimes stuff has to fall in the right place. And now I'm finding, I've been able to find the good guys who will work with people who don't need hundreds and hundreds of a particular thing, right? So now I'm starting to find the places that are the next level to that. The guys who you got to spend a couple $100 at a time, even on pickups. You got to spend, you got to get, 50, 30 at a time, and that's a larger commitment. So when I can do that, the quality is going to get even better, guys. These pickups are really good, and the ones I got are the best of the best, right? The inexpensive ones, I've got them. The ones I showed you, the Hexbuckers, they're really like a good example of that. But to find that consistently, you do kind of have to go to the next level, right? And then suddenly you start finding the quality across the board is better, right? You don't have to fight and find decent stuff from questionable suppliers, right? So, and when I can get to that level, man, you're gonna go, wow, yeah, this is a big difference. But the prices are going to be the same, right? The way the numbers add up, they're going to be the same. And the quality is going to go up. Pardon me. I appreciate that, Mad Hatter. Anyone who wants to spread the word, thank you. All you got to do is just spread wherever you're at online. Just drop a line. Take a link for one of the videos for one of the pickups, and share it somewhere, and that'll help a lot. Take a look at Fretnot. They didn't get as big as they are now by just giving away guitars. They made everybody promote them giving away guitars in order to have a chance to even win a guitar, right? So that's the kind of thing that really does help. It really does make a difference. So I appreciate that, Mad Hatter. And we're down to 3 guys right now, the 3 of us here, and it's getting late. It's after 11. So I think I'm going to call it, guys. All right? I appreciate you all coming, especially since it was this last-minute thing. I'm going to try and make this consistent. Promise. Saturdays and Mondays is my goal. Okay? So keep an eye out for me during the week as I try and get this kind of my issues solidified so that I don't have them anymore. And then as that gets better, you'll see me more regularly on Mondays and Saturdays. I'll start picking a time and we'll just do that way. All right. So, all right, you know what? Wait, before I do that, before I leave then, John, let me check. Yes. Okay. John, I received the funds. They're in my PayPal. Thank you very much. I will, did you send me your address? That would be good, right? So if you send me your address in the email, then we're good. Let me go check. Yeah, okay, I got you. All right. Tunnel Hill, Georgia, right? I got you. I will get them in the mail tomorrow, okay? I'll write up the label for tonight. I'll get it all packed up and I'll have it ready to go so that tomorrow before I go to work, I work nights. So tomorrow afternoon, it'll be in the mail. All right. If you want to send me a message if you want to send me an email with your phone number, I can text you. Otherwise, I will email you as soon as I can with any relative information. Okay. I don't think I'll get tracking information, but I might. Okay. So either way, I'll let you know it's coming. Okay. All right, John, and thank you for the opportunity, man. I do appreciate it. All right. It really means a lot. All right. You really are the first sale. So that's extra special, right? So thanks. I really do appreciate it. And all right, with that, guys, we will call it a night, okay? Now I got work to do. Someone paid me to get to work. All right. And yeah, spread the word, guys, okay? And John, I'll tell you now in front of anybody who's still here, if you have an issue with these pickups, just contact me and we'll figure it out. We'll do something, okay? This is the only set I have like this. But if there's an issue, we'll figure it out, okay? One way or another, we'll figure it out. Anyway, going in a Keith Urban LP. Okay, that's cool. All right, Keith Urban rocks. I mean, I'm up here in New York. I'm a metalhead, but I like Keith Urban. I like the way he plays. He plays, but country players, they're usually really good players. So that's great. I think that's awesome. I'd love to hear it, man. If you actually get some kind of recording going, where a video or something, and I'd love to hear it. All right. So I'll get them out in the mail to you tomorrow. Okay. Anybody else who's still here? 5 people here now. So get ready to go, guys. So we've been hanging around for almost an hour and 40. So that's going to do it. Thanks for coming. Look for me on Mondays and Saturdays, and keep an eye out during the week for these unannounced lives, because I'm just trying to figure this out and get my sea legs, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I've become a retard with this shit, and I need to get over that. So keep an eye out. I'll stop swearing now. I'll leave you alone. Have a good night, everybody. I love you all. Appreciate it. Thank you. John, thank you for the opportunity. Mad Hatter, I'll talk to you soon. Anybody else who's here, I love you. Thank you, guys. Take it easy, all right? Have a good night.